All right, and hello again, everybody. Welcome on back to another episode of Shapes.io. As always, I'm your pop punk butt, picking up right where we left off in the last one. So that happens to be we started delivering everything to the base, and we're slowly working ourselves on some upgrades. Luckily, we did some smart stuff in the last one and made sure that we've got the purple boys going on to our hub, and we just slightly modified what we had going on. Actually, let's take a little bit of time to just get rid of stuff that we're not using anymore because we don't have that. Um, really interested to see how the next little bit goes because you know what, we can actually replace those. Because if I remember correctly, when I looked at the end of last episode, the next shape that we're doing after this purple pinwheel, circle pinwheel, is I believe it's one more white circle on top. So if we're smart, we should go ahead and actually start trying to figure out either a better solution for cutting and making pinwheels. Because obviously one of our issues that we run into is one, I got to bring it all the way from over here, and I mean, like, this works. It just takes up a lot of space, and I think that's what my issue is. I like trying to do things with taking up, less space if possible, but it's not that big of an issue if I can just kind of keep doing my thing. But hopefully everyone is doing well, having fun, taking care of themselves. I know stuff's been it's Christmas time. Everybody's kind of getting back into, you know, figuring stuff out because this is, a heavily holiday time of year. People are, maybe not able to see family, stuff like that. And I know for myself, I live with a family member, and so we're going to be on Zoom and get to see, some of the other family members, but much different than what we would traditionally do for Christmas and stuff like that. So, um, it's definitely interesting to say the least. Oh, I'm not actually making enough dye to satisfy the lines. That's weird. And that's actually going to get a little bit better as we can upgrade this. So, I think we'll probably just try and focus on. We either want to double up so we can make the whole production line again, and then just focus it specifically on making our final shape here, or the yeah, because I'm pretty sure I need like 60,000 and then 50,000. So let's go ahead and just create a new production line for those. And then finally we can jump into the wires. Which actually, no, we should be able to jump into wires like some point in this episode, but we'll see. Anyways, as I was saying, things are weird. People have to deal with a lot of different stuff than, we normally have to around this time, and it kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, it was like, at least we have technology and stuff like that to figure stuff out and hopefully make it easier, so. I am here wishing you a good holiday season, and hopefully everything goes well and everyone can stay safe and take care, because that matters a lot. Like I said, I know I haven't really gone anywhere, done much for the past bit, so. Because at the time of this, I actually just hung out with some friends and we watched the 2000s, or the Grinch movie that released in 2000, which, was a fun time. I got to hang out with friends and just talk and, just kind of BS around and while watching it. Because I'm not a big movie person, but if people are down for watching things, then it makes a difference for me. But I didn't realize like a bunch of the jokes that they used in there. Because in the Grinch, they have like a swinger party. And you can tell because they like they have a holiday party with everybody, and they drop their keys off in the bowl. And if you're not familiar, that's normally what, you know, parties with like couples will do, where it's like, you know, whoever's keys, you like go home with that person. And it's a really weird concept in the first place, you know. But I was not expecting to see that in, you know, The Grinch. But I guess it's all part of making things accessible for, like, you know, all audiences that have to watch. Because obviously, you know, it's not specifically geared towards adults, but it is geared towards like families, and you know, as an adult you get that joke for sure, but as a kid you're not going to. Yeah, so we can start cutting, stacking, and rotating faster, which actually means we'll be producing where am I making those even? But we'll be producing this shape faster as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, there's some jokes in there that it's like, you know, I just never even thought about, but I mean, it's a PG movie from 2000, and they make some jokes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. This made it a good time. I wonder if we took shapes and then just filtered out like the pieces that we need, if we could just sort it out later. Because I'm not seeing many sources that are just like half pinwheel, half not. So that might have to be what the next thing is. Because I know we've got, we're drawn from here, so I remember seeing it here. But this is a very small source. We can do something with it for right now. But, you know, outside of that, like, I think we need to start pulling from different, just like single corner, and then going and just figuring it out from there. So, you know, like we've got this here, bottom right, top right. Let's just like mess around with this, why not? Because we've got more than enough that we could do multiple lines where we do something like that. So if we... yeah, let's go like that, and then we pull this out. So we just want to keep that, and we can get rid of the rest. So you do that. And then say that we do some more. And we can go like that. But yeah, you know, it's interesting too, because like, definitely a lot of like, what, you know, quote unquote, like kids movies you would think about actually tend to try to cater to adults a lot of the time too, which I think is a smart decision, because then it makes sure, you know, people are entertained and having a good time. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of times, you know, my ideal might not be watching, you know, whatever kids movie. Now, granted, I also don't have kids, so that'll make a difference too. But now, I guess I should say that I did also, you know, willingly enjoy watching that movie, but I don't know, that's neither here nor there. Also, actually, we can move this back one more, get it a little bit more compact. But, you know, another great example of, like, movies that throw in jokes that you wouldn't expect, Shrek. You know, it's, Shrek's obviously been a meme that's lived on for, you know, the entire time that I've known. I was like, and it never really gets old. People constantly reference it. There's all sorts of jokes and stuff like that, and, you know, you can never really go wrong. So we'll take you. you and you. Like that. And then we can just kind of keep. I feel like there's still probably a better way to do this, but we can at least do this and set up like maybe each one to do X amount of corners, and then we rotate and combine and all that fun stuff. So we'll take you, and then we'll go. Alright, there we go. So we just unlocked the wires layer. There's a separate layer on top of the regular layer, introduces a lot of new mechanics. For the beginning, I unlocked the quad painter. Connect the slots you would like to paint with the wires. And paint with on the wires layer. Oh, so wait a second. Enable hints in the settings, activate the wires tutorial. Oh. That actually opened up that. Okay, so you know what? If I remember correctly, when I was doing the original first season. Ooh, this shape's gonna be very interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm excited. This is cool, because if I remember at the end of the first quote-unquote season, there was a shape that I think came up next that required like painting for things, and I was like, oh, I bet you I could do this. But then I think it required you had to put colors into all 4 slots, or else it wouldn't work. But I think the wires layer actually changes that. So if that's the case, that actually makes me very happy. I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting this up right quick. Go. Oh, like I'm now very excited. Let's check how fast are the cutters working. So they're 3.5 items a second. So every 2, 7, so 7, 14, 17.5. And our conveyor belts work at 14. So I think 5 should be fine for right now. So we'll do that. How fast are these working? These actually work at 14 a second, so we can not have. I don't think we have to worry now about it actually slowing things down. So this is our right corner, so we want to do 1 in that direction, 1 in that direction, and 1 like that. And then what we do is we're going to start bringing it down. And then we can start combining things together. But yeah, so, sorry, I know I kind of jump around a bit, but back to what I was saying with Shrek, you know, like I said, pretty much anybody, as soon as you say it, they know what Shrek is, they've heard of it, they've probably seen it. Like I think I was talking about it with some friends the other night, and I forget what song it was, but it was somebody made the joke of like, wait, there's another version of that song? Oh, Bonnie Tyler's I Need a Hero. And, you know, I was like, obviously, you know, I Need a Hero is a song that's been around for quite a while as well, but it's just funny that it's like, yeah, you know, just I Need a Hero, the classic song from Shrek, not, you know, the very popular song that everybody knows. So let's take. Sorry, I'm being lazy. Yeah, so it's interesting how things have impacts even just to that degree. So if we do this and we move that there, those will combine, and then we already got that going on. Nice. Except I don't want this to go this way. I just want this to come out over here. And then we can... I should also double check. So that's 1.75. I was thinking, why is that so slow? Oh, well, that would make sense because everything's on times 7. This is still on times 3. But before you know it, we'll be fine. So I definitely need a lot more of these to actually keep up. But so that's step 1. And then we take and duplicate, and we do this here, this here. And I think another great part about Shrek is just the fact that it makes All-Star a meme. Because, you know, great song to enjoy and sing along to, but it's always going to be associated with Shrek for most people, I think. And we actually need to bring this out just one more. And that way that can go there, that can go there. There we go. But like Shrek, you know, also same type of deal where it has a bunch of different like jokes in there that are very much geared towards adults because people, you know, adults will understand it more than quote unquote what kids would, but classifications of movies are always interesting on that end too, because it's like you take a look at it and you're like, oh well, this is a kids movie, and it's like, well, you know, it doesn't have to be a kids movie just because of how it's presented. Art takes on many different forms, and you've got all sorts of like interesting stuff that, you know, you can actually gather from it. Yeah, I feel like this is just extremely inefficient for what we're doing. We could probably do it better, but let's figure it out later. Because I think I have to do this a second time so I can get 2 sets of purple things, and then if I had lined that up, that actually would have been a better idea, but so if we do that, and then say came over here, here. Because right now with this setup, it'll only work if it's in the bottom right corner, which that is. So there we go. Problem solved. That can go there. Yeah, I do think that's another thing that's always been, or something fun that I've learned about while working on games, is that, you know, at the end of the day, like, art style can, you know, be however it wants to be, because it doesn't have to rely on, you know, traditional norms and stuff like that. Like, you can have a game that has a, you know, its own unique art style or something like that, and doesn't have to follow general conventions that you would see, because the art itself is unique and interesting. Hold on, what am I missing? So you got 4 of those, and that's 2. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Ah, there we go. Right? Hold on. Well, so it's these 4. So it's like I take the first 2, they go into there. I take you, and you. to go here, and then you and, well, no, you and you go here. And then we can switch tunnel types once I press the right buttons, as always. There we go. And that'll run a little bit better. And since I hooked things back up properly, should hopefully not have the overlapping. So now we can deal with dyeing things purple and all that fun stuff. Because then we're going to also need to make white dye for circles and so on and so forth. It's crazy how this actually kind of tripping with me, but these will actually be much nicer to create, because instead of doing all the layering stuff and like, oh, instead of cutting them into corners and rotating and stuff like that, I can just paint directly onto the circle. Right, so you know what? I was like, normally I aim for about half an hour with these videos, so I'll finish this up, and then next episode we will dive into exploring the wires and making sure I actually know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and grab some, because then I can actually probably make this setup even better. Not that we actually need them anymore, but that's also something else I'll do, is I'll clean those up in between episodes as well. So we take you, come over here, we're gonna make, so we need 1 and 2 for 2 sets of purple. Boom. Go like that, and then yeah, and I just want to remove you, you go like that. And then we'll do the same thing with our blue over here. And there you go. There you go. Make sure we just tunnel right quick. There you go. And now we'll start getting our purple dye going. And because now I should have just kept the other one pinned, but that's fine. We've got 2 sets of purple. We're gonna need 2 sets of white dye. And we're gonna have to bring some circles down. So okay, we'll take you. There we go. So I'd take you down on over here somewhere. And we'll do the same thing with you. And see, it's nice because I already at least feel myself getting back into some sort of rhythm with playing this game, even though it's been a little bit. I know, again, I'm not making the most efficient choices, to say the least, but I'm at least remembering how to talk and do things. Which, you know, is part of what I'm doing here, so it's something. Alright, so now, of course I say that immediately, I'm like, what do I do? There's groupings here, here. Let's do our groupings here like that. And so what we need to do is make one color first. And we'll squeeze the red in over here. Just like that. And then when we bring our purple over, we just go like that, and we take some green for us. There we go. That'll give us our white dye. Oh, well actually I do need a tunnel. Oops. Oh well. And then we can figure out where we want to route this, wherever. But we just need to do the same thing up there, so blue dye again. And eventually I do want to take some time to actually figure out how I can even make my setup better. Because obviously, again, you know, it's not the most efficient way to do things, but it works. And if it works, then that's good for me. Because I'm not trying to go for perfect efficiency right now. I at least want to, like I said, I think I've mentioned it before, but I want to get things unlocked when I can, and then when I have everything unlocked, I can do my own thing. So you come down over here, come that, and then now we've got 2 sets of white dye to do whatever we want to do with. Go like that, and we'll go ahead and just bring you on over. And now this will be all lined up for us. So we've got white dye over here, we've got squares being, or circles being brought down, we've got 2 sets of pinwheels, we've got 2 sets of purple dye. So now we just need to put everything together. And we need to alternate pinwheel, circle, pinwheel, circle. So now that we have this, I'm just going to go ahead and put... Oh, no, actually, the painters are the annoying ones to create by hand, so I'm not going to do that. I just have to remember where some painters are. I'm going to guess here. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy how many more painters we need to just keep up with everything because of how little we have in way of upgrades for it. But that'll change soon because everything will kind of even out and start using the same thing, so we can just kind of go like up and down through a list. I literally just tried to motion that out with my hands and realized I don't have like my webcam on or anything. So that was a smart decision from me. So if we go like this, because we want color coming in. Okay, so we can bring color in from the top over here. So I don't know, let's just do something like this. And again, I am sorry. We'll go like that. There we go. Obviously, the smartest way to do it is have every single input and output be the opposite way of where you're actually building things. I hate this, and I'm sorry. But we have purple pinwheels, woo! So now we'll just do that again. There you go. So we'll go like that. Make sure color gets plugged in properly, and we grab ourselves some more of these, which is actually on the correct side and going the right way. Ooh, so we're we are 1 for 4, I think. There we go. That's those two done, taken care of. This is gonna be an issue if I need to build more out in later times, but I don't think that'll be an issue. Oh, and then all you need to do is create a couple more of these. So we'll go... Yep, this is peak, not not thinking ahead of time. And I will 100% back that making fun of me, because oh no. Okay, well, here we are. But it's something. It really is something. And yep, I think that time I actually just willingly was like, you know what? Why snake it in the right direction and keep things in line when I could just not? So here we are. Squares, I guess. Okay, well, here we are. I just need to remember which one does what, and I also need more combiners. Which I'm using here, so we can... Nope, those are not the combiners. These are the combiners, and that's the row that outputs them, and I need to make sure that I actually do things properly, so... One, 2, 3, and 4. I think if I did it cleverly, there's actually probably a way I could do it with just 3. Oh no, they're the wrong direction. Ah. Yeah, so we'll cut and then rotate. There we go. So we need purple to be the base, so this goes in on the top, and this is going to go in on the top on the third one. And then we need this to be something like that. And that goes in there. And then the second one comes around and it comes in through here. No. Here. So let me see if I have this straight. Oh, actually, maybe I only need 3. Oops. So here, let's get rid of you. Alright, so this comes in here. We connect the white circles. This comes down, and this is our new base. And then we put you on top. So yeah, so we actually just need one more. This comes down, comes through here. This goes on top. And then we just route this back to our base. There we go. Easy. No problem whatsoever. And our hub's up and this way. There's going to be so many of these too. So that goes like that. Cool. Now we just make sure that this is going the right way, and we will be done for this episode. So as I'm ending things off, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Any and all support always means a lot to me, and I know I've been inconsistent, but as always, I'm trying. It's the most wonderful time of the year, as you can imagine. So, but yeah, so I'm thankful. Outside of that, you know, just working on a lot of different things. Like I said, we'll see some new content coming out soon. Hopefully starting, I guess if this goes up Monday, then maybe today? If not, for sure, sometime this week. Just depends on how schedule ends up working out. It's Christmas here in a couple days. So, you know, a lot of people will be celebrating and doing their thing. I also got to make sure that I connect. Okay, good. But thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. It's way too late for me, but I'm here. And yeah, so subscribe to see when I release content in the future. Leave a comment if you have any feedback, anything like that for me, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Helps me know that I should keep doing this. So I will save, close out, and I will see y'all in the next episode.